you got to understand something. The best way to overcome fear is to go rep it out, right? It's repetition. It's to do something over and over and over again. Think about the things that you were fearful to do, the things that you first tried, right? It's always a nervous energy. It's always an anxiety energy that comes when you first try something because you never did it before. You don't know what to expect. And so the more you do something, so the more I started to speak, now I'm not afraid to speak. I can speak anywhere, anytime, at any moment. And I can stand up there for 2 hours if I have to, when I used to could barely stand up there for 5 minutes. But the more I repped it, like I speak every single day, whether I'm talking to you or not, whether I'm at a stage or not. I even speak to my phone. I speak to myself at times. Like I practice every single day. When I played sports, the reason that I became great as a receiver is because I ran routes every single day. I worked on my craft every single day. Now, you might not can do it every single day, but the more you do something, the less fearful it will become. So I used to have a fear of heights, but the more I start going on top of buildings, I'm not telling you to go do this, all right? Disclaimer, do it at your own risk. But the more I started going like to on top of mountains, and the more I started to climb certain things, and the more I jumped out of a plane, and I do all these things, heights don't scare me anymore because the more I did something. So at the end of the day, the meaning and repetition, MR, okay? MR, that's how we overcome fear. And of course, there's other strategies, there's other techniques, but these things really help my life in overcoming certain fear. And also leverage, let's add that. Like when you do these things, you gain leverage over your life. What does that mean? Leverage means is that you give yourself an advantage mentally, right? Mentally to go do it. So now you're telling yourself like, you're changing the story. Now you're telling yourself what it's going to be. So it pushes you. It pushes you now to go do it, right? So maybe you use a negative approach. I call it negative positive. Maybe you say, you know what? If I don't do this, for one, it's going to be contagious in my life. Like if I surrender to this fear right now, it's going to be contagious. Things become contagious to you. Like that's how habits are formed. Like, and I don't want a habit of fear to be formed in my life. So I'll go do it. Even if I'm scared to do it, I'll still go do it. I want to dominate that fear because I want that contagious energy that's created when me overcoming fear. I want that to spill into different areas of my life where fear comes up. I want that to be contagious with people around me. You know what I'm saying? Period. So gain leverage over your life. Gain leverage over your life by changing that meaning, by having that repetition. And that will help your life. And like I said, this can apply to relationships. Some of us, we don't want to get into a new relationship because we're fearful because of our last relationships that happened. Like, that's the past, man. Like, this is something fresh. It's a new beginning. I'm not guaranteeing that the relationship will be perfect, but you cannot allow what happened to you in your past. You cannot allow what you think could happen to you in your future prevent you from progressing your life. Because at the end of the day, if you're doing nothing in your life, you're not making any changes in your life, you're going to live a miserable life. Let's just be honest. Let's just keep it straight up. And so go attack some fears. Like, go do something this week that you've been afraid to do. And like I said, there's so many levels to that. It don't have to be something crazy like zip lining or jumping out of a plane. But maybe it's something that you've been afraid to do. Maybe you've been afraid to go to the gym, right? Because maybe you have the fear of being judged by people when you go there. Go to the gym. I'm actually going to a running class. I'm pretty fearful about it because it's a group of runners. And I'm a sprinter. I can hold my own when it comes to that. But when it comes to jogging for long distances, man, I'm fearful of it. And why have I been fearful? Because what do you think I'm telling myself? Man, I ain't going to keep up with them. I'm going to be tired, man. They're going to kick my butt. And I'm already gaining leverage over my life. I realized the meaning that I was creating in that. And I said, for one, I'm going regardless. I'm showing up. So let me change the meaning. It's my own race. And who knows? I might be the best one out there. If I'm not, whatever, it's my own race. I'm getting better today. That's all that matters. And so I would challenge you to go do something. Go find something that you've been fearful to do and go conquer it and do it and show yourself that fear is just an imaginary thing. Fear is not reality, man. Fear is not reality, period. And go conquer it. Go dominate it. Like, go conquer it and go dominate it and let that be contagious. Like, that's how confidence is built. Confidence is built by you going attacking fear. Like, confidence is built by you, by the repetition. It's like, I know like in basketball, I'll just use my life for example. Like even in high school, in basketball, like I was comfortable taking the last shot because I practiced it so many times. Like I was comfortable doing it. You know, I was comfortable with the ball in my hand. I was comfortable with the coach calling me my number in football. Like, I was comfortable. Like, give me the ball, because because I've done it so much, you know what I'm saying? Because I put myself in that position so much. I knew what the result was going to be before I ever experienced the situation. Like, I told myself it was what it was going to be. And it built that confidence. And when you overcome fears in your life, it doesn't just directly affect the situation that you're conquering through, but it affects future situations in your life, right? It builds confidence in your life, and you walk with more confidence. You operate with more confidence. Let's get it.